The Washington Wizards. Is it time to break them up? It's been a team together for a while now, and have they succeeded? Carl Coulanges here for the Sports Hit List, by the fans and for the fans. I'd like to thank everybody for watching this video and tuning into our programming on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. Today I'm here to touch upon the Washington Wizards. 2-8 start, and you're kind of wondering, is it time to blow them up? And I've been having this debate back and forth with, shout out to my group, It's a Sports Thing. We go back and forth about different topics in sports. And the Wizards right now are technically trending, 2-8 after losing to the Mavericks last night. So should we break them up? I say yes, it's time. It's time to break up this team. Their core three players, again, have been together now for a while. Last year, they lost in the first round of the playoffs. The year before that, 2017, they lost to the Celtics. Shout out to the Celtics, right? They lost to them in Game 7 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. So what else do we need to see from this team? This year, they added on Dwight Howard. They have Austin Rivers. They have returning Markieff Morris, Kelly Oubre. You have Otto Porter, John Wall, Bradley Beal. So what is this team missing? Scott Brooks as the coach. What is this team missing that they can't get it together? So much talent on this team in a 2-8 start in a weaker Eastern Conference. So it's time to blow them up. Now, the interesting question is, when you're starting a rebuild, how do you start the rebuild? Do you trade away your star players? So if you think about it, who can they really trade? A lot of their top three players have big contracts, right? Bradley Beal signed in 2016. He signed a 5-year deal worth up to $130 million. That contract's not up till 2021. Otto Porter, he signed in 2017 a 4-year deal worth $106 million, not up till 2021. So, and people kind of question that deal in terms of, is he really worth $106 million? Bradley Beal, your star point guard, $207 million extension in 2017 that expires in 2023. So those are your biggest contracts. All your other players, their contracts will be up next year in 2019. So, let them become free agents. You could shop them off in terms of, a team that needs an extra player right now, maybe to make a playoff push. So you could shop around your role players. But the three big contracts, Beal, Wall, and Porter, are there any takers out there? That's a question that needs to be asked. And the biggest taker you can say is, if I'm going to be unbiased, even though I hate the Lakers with a passion, I can't stand them, especially since they have LeBron now. You really want to believe the Lakers are a team that needs a quick fix, given the fact that they started off not where their management wants them to be. Luke Walton's on the hot seat, so what do you do to shake things up? Yes, I believe Tyson Chandler, who's clearing off waivers, is going there. But what do you do to shake things up? Where can you get an addition in? Could you possibly trade for Bradley Beal? You may need a two-guard. He could be that guy. Are you willing to give up pieces for him? Are you willing to give up a Brandon Ingram? Are you willing to give up possibly a Kyle Kuzma? A lot of people say Kyle Kuzma is untouchable. No one's untouchable. Probably only LeBron in their situation because he's new and he is their franchise player right now. So but everybody else, JaVale McGee, Lance Stevenson, all the other role players, Caldwell Pope, you could easily trade a batch of players for Bradley Beal, but it's a matter of, does Magic, does he want to take on that contract? Do you want to have that kind of contract on your team? It's a tough situation. John Wall, what team is possibly looking for a star point guard? And do you want to take on that contract? I'm not sure where you would put John Wall right now. What team would need a star point guard to lead their team? If a name ring a bell, I wouldn't suggest it for them, but they're notorious for making trades, and I hope they don't do it. The New York Knicks, that's a possibility, and people fans are wondering too, could possibly John Wall be headed to the Knicks? Is that a destination too for John Wall if the Wizards decided to start trading it and blowing up the team? Otto Porter, I don't believe anybody wants Otto Porter in his contract, so he may stay put. But Beal and Wall, it's time to honestly start thinking about blowing up this team and starting refresh. Because again, you normally start a rebuild after players have left and they decide to go to different places. But in the Wizards situation, for a team that's not going anywhere, it's time. And I don't know how much more time you're going to give them. I don't know how much you want to see them pan out the rest of the year. It's time. As Coach Womack, in terms of staying consistency, I know he would say, well, if they're not winning, then that means it's time for the coach to go. Is that a problem too? Is Scott Brooks an overrated coach? We really have to look at the entire Wizards team and say, all right, what's wrong with them? Because again, we know Bradley Beal is a very good shooter, is a very good shooting guard. We know John Wall is a very good point guard. Maybe the other pieces not so much, but you have 2 star players. This should work, and it's not. Let me know what you guys think. Should they blow up the Wizards? Is it time to get rid of these pieces? Are the Lakers in the mix? Are the Knicks in the mix to kind of pick up one of these guys? Are there any other teams that you could potentially see a Bradley Beal or John Wall go to if they were to decide to blow it up? I figured we'd try to entertain the conversation. Thank you for watching the Sports Hit List by the fans, for the fans. Continue supporting us, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Talk to you guys soon.